So like the title says, is this the beginning or is this the end of JC Smith Projects? We're going to talk about changes I need to make to the channel, or should I make to the channel. In order to understand why we need to make changes to the channel, you have to understand where the channel started. Before I ever recorded my first video and I was considering creating the channel, I thought about the channel name, and it was very important to me for that channel name to really explain what it is we do as simply as possible. And I named it JC Smith Projects. Made sense to me. I'm JC Smith and I've got tons of projects. When I first started doing the videos, we did a lot of different things. We did a lot of Ford Super Duty trucks, two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive conversions, interior swaps from manual windows and manual locks all the way up to a Lariat interior. We did a lot of bed swaps, body swaps, frame painting, cab removals, engine repairs, engine swaps. We also showed a lot of other things. We were building a cabin in Pennsylvania. We showed a lot of the construction. We showed the electrical. We showed the siding, the windows, the roofing. I built some other things over the years, and we've been sprinkling that stuff in. But the one thing that stayed constant was the fact that I really love trucks, and I love building trucks. There was a core group of viewers that seemed to really enjoy the variety, and that's the reason we named it what we did. Because we wanted to share the variety. My intention originally was to share what we were doing in hopes that if you were a guy in the same situation as me, that maybe you could watch this and you could see that what we were doing really isn't all that intimidating. And that if I can do it, I imagine anybody could. If nothing else, it took away some of the fear of some of the questions about doing something. As time went on and the channel grew, our viewers' expectations seemed to kind of focus on trucks. And anytime I did sprinkle in anything that wasn't trucks, it just wasn't received very well. We still had that core group of people that seemed to really enjoy it, and it was growing as well, but not like the interest in the trucks. The channel has grown, it's evolved, I've evolved. When I started working with medium and heavy trucks, I was hooked. I love this stuff. I enjoy this so much. And as you guys have seen, you've watched along for years, we went from just buying the trucks and doing a little work to removing the box, cutting the frame off, moving the axle forward, turn them into dump trucks, build a wrecker, build a rollback, build a cabin chassis, build a hauler, whatever it was. But during that whole time, I still had these other projects we needed to do, and I never felt compelled to record that, edit it, and publish it for the fact that it seemed like the majority of folks wanted to see what we did in the shop. Recently, I did a video repairing the saw. I really enjoyed repairing that saw. Before that, I did a video series repairing my son's camper, and I really enjoy woodwork. I really do. In those videos, it brought back these memories of the variety I used to do and I used to share, and I really miss sharing that. Unfortunately, our channel's become kind of expected to be about trucks and everything we do in the shop. So I've decided I will no longer publish any videos that are not truck related. Truck repair, diagnosing, cutting frames, moving axles, putting dump beds on, building hitches, welding frames, fabrication, welding itself. And for those out there who really like those other videos, I don't want you to think you're not important, because what I've decided to do is hopefully make things better for you as well as the people who expect the truck stuff. So for the people that want to see the stuff we do in the shop, this channel will just remain just trucks and the things that are associated with trucks. For the people who like the variety, this might be a good thing for you, because I considered starting another channel. And when I did, I posted on our Facebook group, JC Smith Projects, my intentions and my thoughts. And I'd given a lot of thought as to what I would want to name that channel. So in that post, I asked for people's opinion of which name they thought suited best. And I was hopeful that they would choose the one I liked. And there was an overwhelming percentage that just really liked that one, which I'm very happy about. So the name of the new channel is going to be just exactly fitting. For those of you that want to see the stuff in the shop, JC Smith Projects is going to show all this. For those of you who like the other things we do outside the shop, that channel is going to be called JC Smith Beyond the Shop. My hope is that by creating another avenue for those other videos that don't seem to have a lot of interest here, that I will likely record, edit, and publish more videos of the other things we do, because I may have the right audience for it and people who may enjoy it. The next thing I talked about was there seems to be this growing question. This question just keeps getting asked more and more often, and I have avoided this for a long, long time, but I'm going to address it now. People keep asking if we're ever going to have merchandise. And up until this point, I have never done merchandise for one reason mostly. Now, this may seem like a very simple thing to do, and I assure you it's not. So you either have to work with someone who takes care of it 100%, or I have my daughter do it. She takes care of all of the ordering. If we'd have to have a website in order to actually order it from, take the payment, do the shipping, make sure she has inventory, make sure everything's up to snuff and we have what we need, and tell people when their order's coming. It's a lot of work. So when you look at it in that respect, those companies that charge all that extra money, that's why it's easy. That's why a lot of people do it. I'm not certain if we're going to do it, but we are considering. So in that post, I asked if we did merchandise, what would you like to see? What images would be the things you would expect to see on our merchandise? The other thing is, what's your favorite JC-ism? And thanks to YouTube and all of our great followers and viewers and commenters, I have made some revelations about myself and things that I say an awful lot. It is what it is. I am who I am. There was a large number of people that said they'd love to see shirts with several of these things that I say. One thing I know I say a lot of is, pleased as punch. Obviously, I say, it is what it is. Thank you, Donald. I know I say, I haven't decided yet. I say a lot. All my plans are written in sand. One good breeze, and it can all change. I used to say a lot, I bought another truck. Another thing I say is, everything's for sale, nothing's on sale. But the all-time favorite, the most popular one that people would want to see on a t-shirt is, I'm sure you guys are typing it already, I'm not a welder. If I do merchandise, I believe that will be the first shirt that I make. And I believe the first shirt, if we do this, will have to go to Peter Zila, because he's told me many, many times we need to have t-shirts and merchandise, and he wants the first one that says I'm not a welder. So here, that brings us to the next part of this, is I don't want to start getting merchandise without a logo, a proper logo. The logo that you see on our channel has been there since the very beginning, and it's probably time to upgrade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to our our followers, our subscribers, our viewers. If you're one of those people that's extremely artistic and very tech savvy, and you'd like to have the opportunity to create our logo, we are looking for a nice logo, something that works for us and makes sense. And what I'd like to do is, I'd like to have, if you have an entry and you want to be considered, you can email it to us at j.c.smithprojects@gmail.com. If we come up with one that we really like and we choose yours, we're going to send you a gift card just for taking 5 minutes to create a logo for us. You would like to create a logo and have it considered, send it to my email, because I can't start this process without laying down the proper logo, and I haven't got it yet. I've dabbled with it myself, and I've never come up with anything I really cared for. So now we have to talk about the next thing and the change of the channel. So remember, we created a new channel, talking about merchandise, we're looking for a logo, and once all those pieces of the puzzle are in place, we're going to start giving trucks away. That's right, we're going to start giving trucks away. So what we're going to do is, once we have our merch set up and our logos ready to go, we're going to start selling merchandise. For every X amount of dollars you spend, you get a chance to win that truck. Or we may do the Willy Wonka thing. We'll have the golden keychain or whatever, the logo keychain. You buy a keychain for X amount of dollars, and whoever buys a keychain gets into the pool, and they get the chance to win the truck. So that is something else we're considering. I'm not sure which way we're going to go here. The first truck I'm considering is probably one of the most popular trucks on the channel, which is Project Overkill. Project Overkill is right behind you guys. It's been sitting in this shop for a couple years now. If you followed along in the build, there's a whole entire playlist from day one. If you'd like to watch this, check it all out. See if it's something you want. Since I started building this truck, life has changed. I no longer need this truck. I'm sure there's somebody out there who would love to have that truck. Myself, I don't need it. I thought this might be a great one to start with. So that's all the things I have for you today on the changes and the direction of the channel. You're going to start seeing, if you haven't noticed already, I'm going to put a little more effort into the video procedure, recording, editing. As many have noticed, the audio is getting better, especially in our echoey shop. We're going to be making as many changes as we can to make this a better experience for everybody. I'd like to tell you I'm going to shorten the videos. I doubt that'll happen. It's very difficult for me to get in all the detail that I would like to get in the video, that if someone's following along, and I don't like to leave cliffhangers or gaps in what we're doing. So I imagine our videos will probably stay the same. The other channel, probably more of the same style and the same thing. However, it's going to be more of the outside stuff. Spring is here, summer's coming. We bought a side-by-side, we built a trailer, we have a motorhome. That's all I'm going to say. Let me know what you think about the new channel. I'll put a link in it. The new channel, again, is J.C. Smith Beyond the Shop. It is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.